And while the holidays are in full swing, Valley medical experts are sending out a warning surrounding unexpected risks that can spoil the holidays. 12 News journalist Trisha Hendricks has the top tips to keep you and your loved ones safe this season.
This just tends to be the time of the year where you're having people over you haven't seen, family you haven't seen in a while, and it's very easy for accidents to occur, especially with young children.
Maureen Rowland has been with the Banner Poison and Drug Information Center for nearly 15 years. And in that time, she's heard about a lot of situations where the winter holiday season that's normally filled with lots of joy is filled with cases of preventable illnesses and hospitalizations.
And let's keep an eye on our kiddos and keep an eye on things that are around the home.
She experienced a nerve-wracking experience with one of her own kids.
One of my little kiddos was bit into his glow stick and it broke open, and he got the insides, the liquid, all over himself.
But thankfully, he was okay.
They're irritating and, wiped it off. So he was okay. But yes, it's happened to me and my children.
Maureen shared some of the top hazards to look out for, starting with button batteries.
Those are in a lot of the animated toys and lights that we see around the home.
If you see any of those missing, or if your child ingests one of these batteries, head to the ER right away.
What about poisonous plants?
The poinsettia is the one that usually gets the bad rap. It can have some toxic effects, but mostly just GI effects, potentially vomiting if enough were to be ingested of the leaves.
It's important to make sure you have a working carbon monoxide monitor before you use fireplaces, kerosene, or propane heaters. All too often, the colder temps mean an increase in the number of carbon monoxide poisonings.
A headache, nausea, dizziness. And so if more than one of you in the home is starting to have these types of symptoms, then it likely is carbon monoxide. Get out of the home, get into fresh air.
Be alert about the location of all medications in your house.
We do recommend keeping them in a lockbox or a locked bag.
Be vigilant about the location of alcoholic beverages.
Designate one person that's just going to kind of keep an eye on the kids and the alcoholic beverages. And then when the party's over, make sure that you're cleaning it all up.
And finally, watch the smoke and vaping.
We do have, very young children, even, under the age of 1, that will ingest either cigarettes, cigarette butts, or the liquid nicotine.
She says that would be an immediate call to the poison center and potentially a trip to the ER. Bottom line, kids are quick, creative, and get into things.
Try to be a step ahead of them.
Trisha Hendricks, 12 News.
Now, if you end up in a bind or think your child may have gone into something potentially dangerous, you can call the number right there on the bottom of your screen. That's 1-800-222-1222. The Poison and Drug Information Center at Banner UMC provides free and confidential poison control and medication information to the public and healthcare professionals. And the hotline operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.